In this video, we will go over a number of different resources that you can use on your laptop and other mobile devices, which allow you to have access to the library's online materials from anywhere. We will start with showing you how to set up ProxyIt, which allows you to access library resources when you're not on campus or in the hospital. And I will then demonstrate how to set up UpToDate and also how to switch your affiliation if you have it set up for a different institution. Then we will go over a few different journal reading apps, including BrowZine and Read by QxMD. First, I wanted to make you aware that there is a walk-up technology support center called Tech Bar in Regenstein Library. It is on the first floor of the library, just to the left of the reference desk by the stairs. You can take your personal laptop or mobile devices to the Tech Bar for free technical support for both hardware and software issues. You can also check out equipment like power cords, cables, and laptops as well. However, the Tech Bar cannot help you with any EPIC-related issues. I also want to point out this FAQ page before we really dive in. There are a number of different ways that you can access resources while you're at home, including using a VPN. For those of you who are familiar with using VPNs for remote access, please be aware that there are a couple different VPNs on campus and at the medical center. You can read this FAQ to get more information on which one you should use. If you're looking to access journal content when you are not on campus or at the hospital, you can use something called ProxyIt. When using ProxyIt, you can go directly to the journal's website without having to go through the library website first. To do this, you can set up ProxyIt as a bookmark on your computer or mobile device, and then when you are on the journal's website, you click the ProxyIt button and it will send the site through the proxy server and you'll be prompted to log in with your UChat ID. I will note that not all of our subscribed content comes directly from the journal's website, so if after using this method you can't access what you need, you may need to go back to the UChicago Library website and try to find the article using one of our databases there. To set up ProxyIt for your laptop, you can go to guides.lib.uchicago.edu/offcampus and go to the ProxyIt section. There is a bookmark link saved on the page, and all you have to do is drag the link to your bookmarks bar and you are all set. Let me quick do a demonstration of this for you. So on this guide, you will scroll down to the ProxyIt section. You can see here it says for Chrome, Edge, Firefox, or Safari, you will drag ProxyIt to your bookmark. For Internet Explorer, it's a little bit different. You just right-click and save it as a bookmark that way. So if you take this and drag it to the bookmarks bar, we now have it set up on our bar. If we then Google a different journal, for instance, the New England Journal of Medicine, you can see here that it is not run through the proxy. If I click ProxyIt, it is going to go through and it signs me in. I'm automatically signed in since I have mine saved, and it is now run through the UChicago proxy. You can also use ProxyIt for your mobile device. I will say that this works for iPhones, iPads, and other Apple devices. However, due to Android security, the ProxyIt bookmark does not work for Android phones. So for your phone, say you are on the journal's website, you can click on your bookmark button at the bottom of your phone, and then click the ProxyIt bookmark that you have saved. And then again, it will log you in and will redirect the page that you are now on the proxied version. Setting it up on a mobile device is a little bit more complex than it is for a laptop. To do this, you'll go back to that guide for off-campus resources and then go to ProxyIt for mobile section. Bookmark the page and name it something like ProxyIt or something else that is similar. You'll go then and copy the code that is on this page onto the clipboard on your phone. Go back to the ProxyIt bookmark that you made and edit it. You'll then replace the URL with the code that you have copied. You should now be able to use the ProxyIt bookmark when you are on a page that needs to be sent through the proxy. So here's how it's going to look on your phone. Start by going to that guide and adding it in as a bookmark. You then want to rename it something like ProxyIt, and then you'll go into that page again, copy the code from the guide, and then go back to your bookmarks list and click to edit the bookmark. You'll then want to edit the URL and paste in the code that you copied from the guide. Now you're able to use this as a proxy to run websites through. Another great resource is the Medicine Research Guide. You can find this at guides.lib.uchicago.edu/medicine. This guide can direct you to different databases and resources for medical research, along with connecting you to the librarians who are the subject specialists in that field. On the left hand of this guide, you can see that there's a couple different links for resources, and I want to point out the mobile devices tab that's on there. This provides information on how to access different apps and mobile-friendly resources on your devices, such as the UpToDate app and the BrowZine app. There are also some different steps and directions on how to download these different apps on this page. So now we'll go on to UpToDate. Many of you are probably aware of and have some experience with UpToDate. For those of you who don't know, UpToDate is a point of care resource that clinicians use for on-the-go decision-making and staying on top of current medical standards. If you don't already have an account, you can register for one through UChicago Medicine. The directions are on the screen, but I'm also going to go through them as well. So first, go to UpToDate website either when you are on campus or at the hospital or using a VPN. It's very important that you go when you are on a computer and that you're registering on this computer and not on a mobile device. So you'll open UpToDate, and in the upper right-hand corner, you see where it says register or log in. Click on register and then sign up for a new account. You will then get an email to confirm your registration as well. From there, you'll want to go to the App Store and download the UpToDate app on whichever device you are going to use. Once you've downloaded the app, log in using your username and password that you've just set up. And now you are set up on your mobile device. Make sure that you log in at least every 90 days to maintain access. If you already have an UpToDate account from your previous institution, you are able to change your affiliation. For this to happen, you first have to wait for your previous affiliation to expire. Once it has expired, you can go to UpToDate again from a computer, either while on campus or through a VPN. If you log in on the app, it won't re-affiliate you with UChicago. So log in using your existing username and password. You will then merge your account, and this will be now affiliated with the UChicago network. By doing this and not registering for a new one, you can make sure that you're keeping the CME records that you already have. There are also a few different apps that can be used to access journal issues, including BrowZine and Read by QxMD. With BrowZine, you can choose different journals to save to your bookshelf, and then you get alerts of new issues, when new issues of these journals are published. You can also save articles to read offline at a later date, and you can share those articles via email or through social media, and you can also send those citations to different reference managers like Zotero or EndNote or different things like that. So this is what your bookshelf will look like. As you can see, I've got a couple different red alerts informing me that there are new articles for me to read in these select journals. The BrowZine library also allows you to search for journals by title or subject. And you can also save those specific articles and download the PDFs to your device for you to read at a later time as well. And then if you wanted to share those articles, you can do so via email or social media, and you can also send them to those different citation managers. So when in the article, you'll just click on the share button that's in the upper right-hand corner of the device. And then now we will go over how to set up the BrowZine app. If you'd like information on this, you can go to our guide at guides.lib.uchicago.edu/BrowZine. To create an account, download the app through the App Store. Once you have downloaded it, it will ask you to find your institution. You can search by typing in Chicago and find the UChicago Library. It will then have you log in with your UChat ID and then prompt you to log into your BrowZine account. If you already have an account, you're able to log in, but if not, you're able to sign up for one as well. And then once you sign up, you are now able to save different journals and articles to your account, and then you'll be alerted whenever new issues are published. Read by QxMD is another journal viewing platform. With Read, you're able to select specific specialties to follow, and then articles based on this selection are pushed to what's called your featured feed. You can also create bookshelves that have your favorite journals in them, and then you can also save articles to different collections. With these collections, you can publicize them so others can view them, and you also have the ability to follow other people's collections and also collections created by specific journals. And then another feature of Read is that you have the ability to annotate the articles, and you can share the full text or citations of them as well. So this is what your featured feed will look like. You can click on the edit button in the top right corner to select different specialties that you would like to see articles from. You can then select whichever specialty or specialties you would like to view. And you can also use the navigation pane at the bottom to view your selected journals, collections, or articles. And this is how you can search for a couple different collections to follow. You can also pull up the articles as a PDF as well, and then you can annotate them. And now I will demonstrate in the next few pages how you're able to set up the Read by QxMD app. There's also instructions on this screen. So first you're going to download the app from the App Store. It will then have you create an account. You can fill out your profession, specialty, and location. It also will bring you through and ask you if you want to add in more specialties, different keywords, or collections to add to your profile. You can skip that for now if you'd like and choose them at a later point. It then has you sign up with your email as well. We do encourage using a personal email, so you can use this if you ever leave the institution. So to add in institutional access, you're going to click either the gear or the 3 horizontal lines in the top left corner, depending on what device you're using. You'll then click on institutional access. You'll have to add in UChicago, so click add in the top right-hand corner and then search for UChicago. Once it pulls up UChicago, make sure that the box at the top is checked for automatic login to the library proxy server, and then you will log in with your UChad information. If you have any further questions, you can feel free to reach out to me at kvankampen@uchicago.edu. You can also reach out to Deb Werner, who is the Director of Library Research and Medical Education, at dwerner@uchicago.edu.